Okay, so I know I'm probably like a week late on this one. Just got back from Friday the 13th on Friday the 20th. It's going to be kind of like a two-parter. I'm going to start off first with the basic review, and then we'll go to some of the spoilers. Pretty much, it's a Jason movie. You know, it kind of combines 1, 2, and 3 fairly quickly. There's a body count of like 6 before the opening title, and then afterwards he kills like 6 people. The deaths really aren't anything, awesome. They're pretty standard Jason deaths. You have an arrow death. Quite a few by machete. You get to see some decent boobs, some decent blood. So it's a Friday the 13th movie. Out of all the horror I've seen so far this year, which would be My Bloody Valentine, Hatchet, and the Friday the 13th remake, this was actually pretty good. So it's a decent movie. There's nothing spectacular about it. Setting is very good. The characters they're fairly standard kind of throwaway. That's about all I'm going to say for the basic review. Now I'm going to go into some of the spoilers and a little bit more in depth into some of it. Okay, they changed the Jason background story a little bit. He went from being like a supernatural killer to being like a regular person. Now, they show his mom getting killed. Like she's the first death, and it's decapitation, similar to what they did at the end of the original Friday the 13th Part 1. But Jason didn't drown. He was alive and he saw it happen. So, essentially, he's been living in the woods for 20 years, and he's a master at killing. And he set up traps everywhere. It's actually done very well. It's almost, if you were to have to play a video game where you had to kill people like Jason and then kind of hide the body so other people wouldn't find it, this is what this movie would be about. So, your basic plot ends up being, you see people in the very beginning who are out looking for some weed. Just like in Bay's other remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you're people who are out there trying to get and sell weed. Now, they all get killed except for one person. One person survives. 6 weeks later, her brother is going out trying to find her, and there's a bunch of just, again, cardboard cutout, you don't care if they die characters. Now they violate one of the rules of the slasher flick. You see a girl neither have sex nor drink, and she ends up dying. So they violate that one golden rule, but she's got traps everywhere. He uses bear traps, wire traps, because underneath the whole campground he's got tunnels built. So you hit a section, it jingles some bells. So as opposed to being like he just appears behind you, he goes up, kills you, goes back down, waits to hear one of the bells go off, goes there, pops out through another spot, and gets you from behind. Very good. Very good. What I didn't like, though, the movie was doing very well until the last, 20, 30 seconds. Jason is killed. They throw the body in the lake, they throw the mask in the lake, and a locket from earlier on in the movie. And then they get ready to leave, and then he busts through the dock and grabs the girl again. They did a good job making him seem like a regular person, because when he got hit a few times, you see there's a little bit of wincing, but it's not like, he just takes his punishment and there's nothing wrong with him. These people actually almost kind of overpower him and seem to be able to hold their own against him. So, my only complaint about it is the last, 20 seconds, where it seems like they really wanted to make him supernatural and bring him back for a sequel. They could have easily ended it with his body being thrown in the water, the locket being dropped, and the showing of the silhouette mask at the bottom, the mask at the bottom with the water coming through it, the light reflecting, had the locket hit it, and that would have been beautiful. That would have worked, and that would have been great. But have him bust up through at the very last second and snatch the girl. It's like a play on the original one, where the woman's, on the boat, all relaxed, and then, Ari Lehman comes up and snatches her back into the water. It really wasn't necessary. But all in all, I thought it was pretty good. But I also have to say, I also enjoyed Bay's re-envision of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wasn't a big fan of Rob Zombie re-envision of Halloween. Now, of course, we got one other remake coming up. That's the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, sorry. Now, it's pretty easy to redo Leatherface, Michael Myers, and Jason, because multiple people have played those roles. With the Nightmare on Elm Street, what you've got is Robert Englund was Freddy Krueger. No one else has played that part. Are they going to try to go more serious, or are they going to try to go more towards the end of the Nightmare series, where it got kind of like a parody of itself? It got very, very snappy, lots of very good dialogue, but it really lost lots of that horrifying, scary edge of a man who invades your dreams and kills you. So, we'll have to probably wait till next year for that one, but, Friday the 13th, beyond the very end of it, wasn't actually that bad of a movie. He starts out, you get to see the mom die, which is an homage to 1. He wears a badge, which is an homage to 2, and then he throws the mask on. So, not bad, worth seeing, not a classic.